I'm Jerry Monajon, your post-media host for all things Grey Cup 106. We're here at Commonwealth Stadium, one day ahead of kickoff for the Grey Cup. I have my Calgary cohorts with me, and we are going to talk some predictions. We'll get to that in a second. I want to know from you guys, what is it going to take for Calgary to win this game?
I mean, the answer to this is almost always the same. They've got the best defensive line in the league. They need to get to Trevor Harris. They need to make life difficult for him and throw the, if he throws the ball up, they've got the defensive backs to do it. But let's be real here. This is the Grey Cup. You can say that about every game. The Calgary-Stampeders need to avoid that one big mistake. I mean, it's haunted them the last 2 years. They need to play a game where they don't get rattled, where they don't get inside of their heads, and they need to go out and just get the job done. And they've been doing their best to just treat this as if it's any other game, and I think that's the best strategy at this point because, the ghosts of years past will continue to haunt them if they don't get it done.
Todd, specifically, how will Calgary lose this game if they're not careful?
Well, I think Danny hit it on the head. The number one thing is don't make that big mistake. I mean, they talk all the time about the last year, the three plays that hurt him the most. The fumble the interception, and those are things they just can't. They just have to get away from having that fragile state and not make it happen. The other thing is, as far as I'm concerned, is if Trevor Harris is Trevor Harris, they're going to have no problems beating the Red Blacks, so to speak. But I mean, if he comes out here and looks like Ricky Ray, stadium behind us is a place where Ricky Ray helped make his career. You never know. Trevor Harris comes out like he did last week. Stamps are going to have a tough time keeping him out of the end zone.
Gents, we're going to talk some predictions now. I need some fearless ones. What's it going to be tomorrow?
I'm the Calgary reporter. People are going to think that I'm cheering. I'm not. I've watched this team all year. I watched what they did in the West Final. With all due respect to the Ottawa Red Blacks, if this defense plays its best, which I believe it will, I don't have any worries about the defense, and I think it gives Bo Levi Mitchell a shot to make that big game-winning drive, and I think it's the Calgary Stampeders' time. I think they're going to win this Grey Cup.
Todd,
no touchdowns allowed last week. No touchdowns allowed last week by the Stampeders. I think they'll allow one. Ottawa will get one. There'll be 3 field goals for the Red Blacks. It'll be a 24-16 game. I think the Stamps are going to win this, and it's not going to be as tight as it may look at the end of the day. But I think they're going to control the game from start to finish.
There you have it. For Post Media, Todd Saloff, Daniel Austin. I'm Jerry Monajon.